This morning, some new information about damage to a State Street restaurant, and it's revealing a possible motive for the crime.
Plus, the holiday rush. We'll take a look at Westtown Mall as shoppers return unwanted gifts.
Temperatures starting out in the upper 20s and low 30s. We should see some sunshine today, but also some snow later tonight. We'll have more coming up.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on this Wednesday, December 27th, the final Wednesday of 2023.
It sure is. Thanks for tuning in. Could we see the sun today for the first time in about a week? That's some news to get you going here on a Wednesday morning. Let's check in with Kelly Sliff. It's your first warn forecast. That's not the only thing we could be seeing today, Kelly.
Yeah, a couple of S words in our forecast today and also tonight. We are looking at some sun and then also some snow in our forecast. That won't be until later tonight. This will be after midnight. In between, we should see some of the sunshine. Not bad this morning. Temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s, running above our average high for the most part so far this morning. There is some snow. We've been talking about the travel problems they've had across parts of the Rockies, the Plains, now moving in the mid-Mississippi Valley. Large storm system down to our south. We're going to get a burst of energy that's going to come in from the north and east and bring us about some snow later tonight. But finally, some sunshine breaking through today. That snow and rain shower will develop later tonight, continuing into tomorrow. So this is going to be that really heavy, wet snow coming down by later tonight and tomorrow. Then we're talking about a little bit cooler weather for the weekend, but generally dry, just expecting a few flurries. So looking at some sunshine today, we'll call it partly sunny, kind of a mix of clouds and sun as temperatures climb in the low 40s. Evening should be dry. If you're traveling, no problems. Won't be until we get toward the midnight hour. We'll see this band of snow wrapping on in from the north and east. That'll be with us tomorrow morning. But as those temperatures climb, some of this snow will mix with a little bit of rain, and that will keep the amounts down, a lot of this kind of melting on contact as we go into tomorrow afternoon. But we can expect at least some minor accumulation tomorrow. Temperatures today, though, in the low 40s with partly sunny skies. We'll see how much snow we can expect and who will get the most coming up in about 15 minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you, Kelly. Now to that new information this morning. Madison police say a possible hate crime was committed after someone broke into a downtown restaurant early Tuesday morning. Police say the suspect or suspects entered Dubai Mediterranean restaurant on State Street and caused substantial damage. Officials say it was vandalized with Islamophobic graffiti. Police are now investigating, and they want anyone with information about the break-in to call Madison Area Crime Stoppers. That number is 608-266-6014.
One person was taken into custody as Janesville police investigated a bomb threat made against Blaine Farms in Fleet. It happened last night at the store on Humes Road right off of the interstate. The store was evacuated. It's still unclear how the threat was received. The business and parking lot were both later determined safe by the Dane County Bomb Squad.
The men's emergency drop-in shelter in Madison has seen some changes in the past year. Our Jalen Banks spoke to the director of the shelter on its current state and the future of the mission in Madison to help those in need in the new year.
Ferris has worked for the men's emergency drop-in shelter for over 3 years now, and helping those in need has been a passion of his for quite some time.
We just try to give them the respect and dignity that they deserve as human beings, learn their stories, build relationships with them, and truly get to know who they are, whether they're in a tough situation or not.
The shelter offers basic necessities such as a place to sleep and food, but something Ferris believes goes a long way.
I'd like to, support people who are going through deep suffering and trauma, and I also believe in empowering people and human beings.
But the shelter has seen an increase in residents today, averaging 250 to 300 staying overnight, and a decrease in funding and donations has put a strain on the shelter.
Next year, we're trying to look for donations to support us because we do have a deficit in the shelter budget, and with these increasing numbers and lessening capability of getting federal, county, city grants. We rely on our community to support us and support these people.
Through the current struggles, Ferris is still optimistic that the new permanent men's shelter is up and running by 2025. Reporting in Madison, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
6:04 right now as Israel's war with Hamas rages on this morning. Officials from the U.S. and Israel are discussing the transition to a new phase of the war. A key meeting including top advisors to Israel's prime minister and White House officials. A White House official says they discussed the need for Israel to focus on high-value Hamas targets, Israel's post-war plans in Gaza, and steps to improve the humanitarian situation and minimize harm to civilians. Israel's defense minister isn't giving any indication that his country's military is in any position to let up.
We are in a multi-arena war. We are being attacked from 7 different sectors. Anyone who acts against us is a potential target. There is no immunity for anyone.
On the ground in Gaza, Israeli forces have been engaged in heavy urban fighting, driving Palestinians into further smaller corners of territory in search of refuge.
Meanwhile, some senior U.S. officials are expected to meet with Mexico's president in Mexico City today about the migrant surge. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas are expected to meet with Mexico's president today. Officials are hoping a resolution will happen as they say the situation is at a breaking point. Mexico will also discuss its concern with the treatment of migrants.
A major winter storm continues to make its way across the country this morning, impacting people on the trip home after the holidays. It is making for dangerous driving in the Midwest and Great Plains. Thick ice turned this North Dakota neighborhood into a skating rink. A blizzard forcing hundreds of flights to be delayed or canceled Tuesday, leaving thousands of travelers stranded in Denver's International Airport. According to FlightAware, nearly 7,000 flights were delayed nationwide yesterday. More than 200 were canceled.
It's a lot of people with a lot of luggage, so it's a nightmare.
Friday and Monday will be the 2 of the busiest days for the nation's airports, according to the TSA. AAA predicts tomorrow will be the busiest day on the road for drivers after the Christmas holiday. Road traffic is also expected to tick up on Saturday ahead of New Year's Eve.
Well, today marks the second day of Kwanzaa. The annual African-American celebration runs through New Year's Day. The holiday's name comes from a Swahili phrase meaning first fruits and honors 7 different principles, including creativity. The Children's Museum of Manhattan is celebrating the holiday. Young people got to experience music and art yesterday.
We're from a mixed cultural family. My wife's Italian, I'm Jewish, and Ella is African American. And so we love doing things that kind of, expose her to different cultural heritages. And she didn't really know anything about Kwanzaa before this, so this was a nice introduction.
Kwanzaa dates back to 1966. It also celebrates the principles of unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility, along with cooperative economics, purpose, and faith.
Well, the holiday season drove up U.S. retail sales for the end of the year, but at a slower pace than the same time last year. With MasterCard spending, Pulse reported retail sales jumped 3.1% from November 1st to December 24th, compared to that same time frame in 2022. The data came from in-store and online retail sales. The reports say increased spending in many areas, with restaurants seeing a nearly 8% jump and apparel increasing nearly 2.5%. Retailers actually projected slower growth this holiday shopping season due to inflation, higher borrowing costs, and the resumption of student loan repayments.
Stores could be busy once again today with people returning all those unwanted Christmas gifts. According to the National Retail Federation, 17.6% of merchandise purchased online is later returned, as well as a little more than 10% of in-store purchases. We went and checked out Westtown Mall yesterday to see the shoppers and what they were returning. They tell us that making returns and exchanges is one of the trickiest parts of the holiday season.
I was about to make a return at Sephora, but the line is unfortunately like 30 minutes long, so. I don't really want to come back here. It's so hectic, like lots of people and stuff like that.
The line's too long, so we're moving on.
Well, according to a report from Forbes, most returned items end up in the trash. The cost of getting merchandise back on the shelf usually outweighs the cost of the items themselves.
That's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, it's sad when you think about all that waste. I'm thinking about that soundbite from the young lady. Like, all these people, it's just too much.
I don't want to come back. It has been wild every time I drive by the mall. I mean, it is packed. I had to stop there for something non-holiday related last Thursday.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a parking spot.
It's crazy to think, and especially over the past few years. And you know, with COVID and the lockdowns and everything, those places just weren't as hopping as they used to be.
Yeah.
And now it looks like they're coming back.
They still like that experience. All right, let's check in with Kelly Slifka on the forecast. Kelly, what are we seeing?
Yeah, no snow on the ground here in the Badger State, but that may change over the next 24 hours. We'll track that snow coming up in the First One forecast.
Coming up in sports, Badger men's hockey back in action, how they're looking to keep their momentum going into the new year.
And we're also looking back at the month that was inspirational and fun in the 608 ahead of our year in reviews this week.
Save with holiday hot deals. Fresh ground beef, just $2.99 for a 1-pound roll. Jack's Pizza, just $2.49. And avocados, just 49 cents each. Only at Hy-Vee.
It's the Planet Fitness You Can Still Join a Gym in 2023 sale. Join the Judgment Free Zone and get equipment for every workout for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry! Deal ends Friday, December 29th.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models.
Here we go. I knew I could do it. I just had to take the first step.
Hey, how's it going? Marcus, my boy. Welcome to my humble abode. Nice to meet you.
When Marcus came to my door, it was my chance to give someone a safe place to stay for a little while.
When you open your heart and home through foster parenting, you're helping the teen write new chapters, which can positively impact the teen for the rest of their life.
Be part of the story.
For more information about becoming a foster parent, contact Children's Wisconsin.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this new year for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I just love dancing, so I was always willing to dance through the pain. Since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports and being pain-free now, my mood and my energy has drastically improved. Once that energy gets into you, double spins.
The all-in-one and done symptom relief of Mucinex is delivered fast with DoorDash, so you don't have to leave the couch. Boom. That was fast. Mucinex, available on DoorDash. It's comeback season.
It's the Planet Fitness You Can Still Join a Gym in 2023 sale. Join the Judgment Free Zone and get equipment for every workout for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry! Deal ends Friday, December 29th.
Save every day this holiday with Perks prices. Hy-Vee shredded cheese, H Perks price $1.99. Chiquita bananas, H Perks price 39 cents a pound. And Ritz crackers, H Perks price $3.48. Sign up for Hy-Vee Perks today.
You're watching the Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now this morning.
6:13 on your Wednesday. We're taking some time this week to look back at the year that was in the 608, from inspirational stories to some of the most memorable moments on News 3 Now this morning. But before we get into our year-enders this week, today we're taking a look back at December in the 608. I kind of like these ones. They feel good. The gift giving, that's what always gets so difficult, because having to think so much about other people, right? And making sure that you're giving them what they want, right?
Right.
This is a great way for you to get out and support your local establishments right here in the Madison area and also Rock County.
It does get you out of your comfort zone, go explore new places, and sometimes find some new favorite places, which is fun.
This book was an idea that came out of our 50-year anniversary last year to kind of be a physical manifestation of everything that makes the market great, like the vendors, the food, and sharing that food with your community.
We have our little free library that's up for the whole month of December and into January, so anyone can give a book, take a book, just right here on the top of State Street.
Reading is such a fundamental part of education and learning, and we believe that books in kids' hands are the best way to get that done.
Merry Christmas to you and great pyramids.
I know, these look so good. Take a look at this one right here. They've got the Wisconsin shape on there for the buttons, guys. I mean, you talk about how these are all so creative and just so unique in their own. Look at this. It's hanging on a hook right there on the ceiling. That's where the chandelier typically is here in the dining room. Mr. Christmas, I think, found the Christmas house of the year because there are no Grinches here at this home in Janesville.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You guys have been waiting for me to sing all morning. We're adding that in here as we're hanging out at Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie, which has got Whoville for the holidays. So we got a few more folks all the way down the side.
I was just inspired to do like Dr. Seuss style art.
Presents kind of streaming down here that the Grinch is stealing as well.
My favorite part is that I stole materials from my husband. He's a constructor, so I stole some foam.
You can come check out this Whoville here all the way through New Year's and give your vote.
Remember, you can watch those features by going to channel3000.com and clicking on that In the 608 tab to see everything we've done over the past month. And coming up tomorrow and Friday, we're going to have our year-ender, so we'll take a look back at the 12 months that was in the 608.
I don't know. We haven't have time to get to all the
I know.
stuff.
It's wild. So many stories every single day. You never know where I'm going to end up next, Chris.
You never know. Thanks, Josh.
You bet.
Josh is always looking for inspirational stories to share. So find him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
6:15. Let's get to Kelly Slifka with your first warn weather forecast. Kelly, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. You know, it's not a bad start to our Wednesday morning, and we're going to see another mild day today. One thing we haven't seen is some sun, but we do have some sun in our forecast. Now, I know it's been... Well, we've been lacking the snow across the entire state. Really, you have to go all the way out across the plains, across North Dakota, South Dakota, throughout Nebraska. Over the weekend, they did see some snow, but really, even you go up to the UP of Michigan, doesn't have any snow on the ground. Just very unusual for this time of the year. Usually they get that lake effect snow, just not in the cards this year. Above average temperatures are going to continue right into the start of the new year. Maybe not as mild as we've been, of course. We've been in the 50s last several days, but we are looking at some snow to be tracking in. So maybe we'll add a little bit of a snow cover, at least here in southern Wisconsin, but it will be mixing with a little bit of rain. So some of this will be melting on contact. We'll be turning a little bit colder next week, but still running above our average for this time of the year. Now, as we track this system coming in tonight, so today's going to be dry. We'll actually see some sun. Won't be until after midnight. You can see how this is rotating in from the north and east. This whole storm system down to our south. We get a little burst of energy that'll bring us that snow later tonight, tomorrow morning. That mixes with a little bit of rain going into the afternoon as temperatures warm. So the better chances of snow won't be until after midnight when you wake up tomorrow morning. If you are going to be traveling about, we are expecting all of southern Wisconsin to get in on either that rain or snow throughout the morning hours into the afternoon and even into tomorrow evening. It looks like we'll have that chance of rain or snow. All right, 31 right now in Madison. The clouds are departing. The winds are out of the northeast, fairly light, so not much of a wind chill. Here's that slow-moving storm system. It's down to our south. That's the main area of low pressure, but this is a broad area of low pressure rotating across the Great Lakes. So our piece of energy is going to come in from the north and east a little bit later on tonight. Meantime, we should see a mix of clouds and sun today. Partly sunny skies. At least the skies will be a little bit brighter. This evening, no problem. It won't be until after midnight. You can see how this band of snow rotates on in after midnight through tomorrow morning. Then as temperatures climb, start to see a little bit of a rain-snow mixture into the afternoon hours, but some slushy accumulation expected, especially on those grassy surfaces. Could be talking about an inch, maybe upwards of 2 inches, especially areas to the west. And a lot of that will be on the grassy surfaces. The roads might be a little bit sloppy at times, but a lot of that will be melting with temperatures climbing well above freezing. 31 right now in Madison, 30 in Janesville, 32 in the Dells, 26 right now in Watertown with clearing skies areas to the east. That's why it's a little cooler there in Sun Prairie and Cottage Grove, while it's 32 currently in Middleton, Cross Plains at 30. 41 today. Finally seeing a little bit of the sunshine. Those clouds roll in this evening. That'll produce some snow after midnight. We'll see that snow tomorrow morning mixing with some rain during the morning hours into the afternoon before clearing up on Friday. Weekend looks generally dry other than a few flurries here and there. A little bit cooler, getting closer to freezing, but fairly quiet weather as we start 2024.
After 2 weeks off, the Wisconsin men's hockey team was back on the ice, and you could say the Badgers are looking forward all break to dropping the puck on this week's holiday face-off tournament in Milwaukee. Not to say that they didn't want to see their families and celebrate the holidays. It's just they've been on a roll, winners of 5 straight, and want to keep that momentum going.
You know, we got a little time on our own to hang out with them, and then got back here yesterday, and it's just everyone has a smile on their face because they're just ready to get back at it and get to work. So it's been a blast so far.
It's one thing about hockey players. It's just like hockey coaches. You take a day or two away from the game, and the game starts calling you. And so our guys are excited about starting off in the second half and being able to do it in Milwaukee.
With a handful of guys opting out of the ReliQuest Bowl because they're either leaving for the NFL or transferring, there's going to be a lot of new faces on the field for Wisconsin. That's part of what makes bowl practices so important. It gives guys more chances to get reps when they normally wouldn't. And Monday will be a big-time chance against a very good opponent.
Great opportunity for young guys to step up, whether that's special teams or whether that's a bigger role offensively or defensively, and it's against a really good opponent. So to get thrown into the fire, I guess, against a really good team, there's nothing better. You get to go out there and compete. So I'm excited for some of the guys who get more of a shot.
Pro Football Focus is reporting that Wisconsin is expected to hire Kenny Guyton to be the new Badger receivers coach. Guyton, who spent the last 3 years in the same role at Arkansas, is familiar with Luke Fickell. He was the Buckeyes QB when Fickell was coaching at Ohio State. Remember back in November of 2009 when Brett Favre returned to Green Bay for the first time since he left the Packers? Well, depending on how the final 2 games play out, that situation could happen again next season. Except this time, Aaron Rodgers would be Favre, and the Packers would be hosting the Jets. Is it too soon for a return to Titletown? Maybe, but Rodgers is hoping Lambeau is a road trip next season.
I was there in 2009 when Brett came back, and that was, you know, I think there was some cheers for sure. There were some boos as well. There was a lot of energy. It'd be emotional for sure. But yeah, definitely hoping for Lambeau or Soldier Field.
And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
6:21 right now, still ahead. Who's being honored at the 46th Kennedy Center Honors and how you can watch the show.
We'll talk about it coming up next.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
Hurry in, America. It's time to visit your Ford dealer for the final days of the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology and flexibility for any season. It's your last chance to get special offers on our great selection of Ford vehicles. Only during the final days of the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford SUV and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $3,500 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger, and even healthier? The solution is whiter teeth. Even teeth that are just a little yellow are a problem. They rob your appearance, make you look older, and can hurt your confidence. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." So from that point on, I've been sold.
My absolute favorite thing was how easy it was. It takes literally less than 5 minutes.
Power Swabs has made a really big difference in lifting the stains and making my smile more beautiful.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. And after 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Plus, unlike other whitening methods, Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. Power Swabs are easier on your gums and cause less sensitivity.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth. With the Power Swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It's time to discover what you've been missing. Now, it's your turn to get started with Power Swabs.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the Power Swabs.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this new year. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping. Order right now and take the Power Swabs 5-minute challenge. If your teeth aren't a full 2 shades whiter after your first application, simply return it and you'll get your money back.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
Welcome back. Almost 6:25 this morning. Linda sharing her morning, giving us a little color. We haven't seen a lot of sun lately, Chris.
Yeah, some lake life here in late December.
So I actually saw somebody in Minnesota water skiing this last weekend.
Not.
There was a
You
picture
did
that
not.
went viral. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, it's so weird. There's no ice. We're talking about 40s still. It's wild.
Wow. Hey, we could get some snow tonight, though. Kelly's tracking a system. He'll time that out coming up here in just a moment. Meantime, if you have a nice picture to share with us, we'd love to see it. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning on social media.
Well, time for the trending story of the day. The 46th Kennedy Center Honors airs tonight right here on WISC. The award show pays tribute to the life and legacy of the biggest stars in the arts. Being honored this year are rapper and actress Queen Latifah, Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees, singer Dionne Warwick, powerhouse soprano Renee Fleming, and comedian and actor Billy Crystal. Queen Latifah will be the first female hip-hop artist to be inducted. You can watch that right here tonight on Channel 3. Some big names there.
Yeah, big ones. Congratulations to all of them. Billy Crystal, a legend in comedy. Been loving watching him making the rounds on talk shows and taking a walk down memory lane. Keep it here, folks. More News 3 Now this morning, right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The OBGYN team at Associated Physicians is excited to welcome new patients. Work with doctors who respect you and take the time to really listen. To top that, you can see your OBGYN doctor in just days, not weeks. Associated Physicians, OBGYN.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobison Buses. Working with Cobison, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
Hello, everyone. I'm giving this lamp away.
I'm interested.
Great. When can you pick it up? Hello?
I'm interested.
Can you pick it up today? Why did you message me?
I'd be interested.
Are you, though?
Yeah.
You bring lamp to me.
Save yourself the hassle of selling stuff online and donate it to the Salvation Army instead. Now accepting donations at our new Madison location, opening this February.
Dad, you okay?
It's our phone bill. We pay for things that we don't need. Loaded bundles, the reckless spending. No more.
That's a bit dramatic. A better plan is Verizon. Starts at $25 a line.
Did you say $25 a line?
And save big on things we love, like Netflix and Max.
Oh. That's awesome.
Spaghetti night. Dinner in 30.
Oh, happy day.
A better plan to save is Verizon. It starts at $25 per line, guaranteed for 3 years. And get both Netflix and Max for just $10 per month, only on Verizon.
I volunteer because it's, I think, the right thing to do. And selfishly, yeah, I get a lot of joy from doing it. It's a joy that comes from taking people to where they need to go.
Just watch your step coming out.
You can't bottle it, you can't buy it. That only comes from volunteerism. When people really need to get to those medical appointments and they don't have any other means, I just look at it as kind of like the least I can do to try to help out.
Join our team of healthcare experts and enjoy competitive pay, generous benefits, flexible schedules, and more. Apply now at apmadison.com/careers. Associated Physicians. Devoted physicians, trusted care.
This morning, winter allergies, how to handle them, and when it's time to see a doctor.
Plus, a year in news. Which stories you were most tuned into during 2023?
All right, we are tracking some snow showers down to our south. Believe it or not, we actually have some snow in our forecast later tonight. We'll have the first warning forecast coming up.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Leah Lynchett has the morning off. Say it ain't snow. I guess I'll believe it when I see it at this point of the season.
We have been waiting for it for a good solid month or so now. We could see some snow tonight. I am looking forward to the return of the sun today, Kelly Slivka.
Yeah, you know, it has actually been a complete week. It was last Wednesday, the last time we saw any sunshine. It's been kind of dreary, kind of gloomy. I know we had some 50s out there. It kept us very mild over the holiday. But right now we are looking at some clearing taking place in eastern areas of the state. We're going to see a little bit of sunshine today. So count on some brighter skies today. Broad area of low pressure. This has been a very slow-moving storm system causing a lot of problems across the plains, the Rockies, now moving very slowly to the east. This whole system is actually going to rotate in some snow later on tonight. But in the meantime, we are going to be seeing a little bit of sunshine finally this afternoon. Snow develops tonight. That'll start to mix with a little bit of rain come tomorrow morning. But when you wake up tomorrow morning about this time, I wouldn't doubt if there isn't some minor snow accumulation, especially on the grassy surfaces. We'll be turning a little bit cooler this weekend, but generally dry weather for both Saturday and Sunday. So a little bit of sunshine today. We'll call it partly sunny as temperatures climb through the upper 30s, hit the low 40s later today. So finally some brighter skies. May have to find those sunglasses today. This evening will be quiet. Won't be until after midnight. We'll see some of this snow starting to rotate on in. Mainly snow tomorrow morning, but then as the temperatures start to climb, that will mix with some rain. And this can be that very sloppy, slushy snow with temperatures in the upper 30s. And it looks like it'll be with us right into the afternoon, even into the evening hours. We'll see some of that rain and snow continue. All right, today, though, we are looking at partly cloudy skies. If you're going to be traveling, no problems. Just so once again, need those sunglasses with temperatures climbing into the lower 40s. We'll see how much snow we can expect coming up in about 15 minutes.
Talk to you then, Kelly. The city of Madison's released pickup times for Christmas trees. The first round of collection this season will be on January 2nd. It'll start at 6:30 in the morning. Second round will start on the 16th at 6:30 a.m. as well. You can set your tree on the curb between the sidewalk and the street. Trees should also be free from obstruction and easily accessible for crews. Before you do any of that, though, there's a couple of things the city of Madison wants you to take care of first. Remove all the decorations, make sure they're all off. The stand should also be removed, and the tree shouldn't be in any kind of a bag. If you'd prefer to drop off the tree yourself, we've posted a link to all the drop-off sites available near you at this story at channel3000.com.
If you're not ready to get rid of your tree quite yet, you might start to notice some allergies. While many people think allergies are just seasonal, with pollen bringing them on in spring and ragweed in the fall, they can occur year-round, and both real and artificial trees can bring on allergies.
If it's a new tree, there might be some mold related to that. So when people bring that into their homes, that can be a problem. If you have an artificial tree, if it's been stored away, that too can have accumulation of mold and or dust mite allergies.
Some ways to treat your allergies this morning include using a dehumidifier, using allergy-proof covers on your bed, and getting antihistamines and eye drops over the counter. If you've tried allergy medication and are still having symptoms, you should schedule a time to see a doctor.
Some more local news now. The number of people seeking help is putting pressure on Madison's emergency men's shelter. The shelter has seen an increase in residents per day, averaging 250 to 300 people a night. That, paired with decreased funding and donations, is making operations difficult, even as we continue to see higher than average winter temperatures.
Next year, we're trying to look for donations to support us because we do have a deficit in the shelter budget. And with these increasing numbers and lessening capability of getting federal, county, city grants, we rely on our community to support us and support these people.
If you'd like to help workers and people using the emergency shelter, head to Porchlight Inc.'s website. It's porchlightinc.org. There you can donate to the cause.
6:34 this morning. In a year full of news, a handful of stories rose above the rest. We're taking a look at some of the top stories at channel3000.com from the past 12 months. Our digital content manager, James Langer, shows us what you were interested in.
There were a number of stories that received a lot of attention on channel3000.com in 2023, but these are the ones you helped make the most viewed of the year. In January, local principal Beth Steffen was hit and killed while trying to cross South Saline Road in Fitchburg.
I went through some really horrific things, and just knowing that she was there to listen to me is what kept me here.
That section of road had been slated for redesign to make it safer, but the project had been delayed. It's now slated for construction in 2024. In April, Madison police made an arrest in a series of incidents last summer that saw a cord stretched across a bridge on the Badger State Trail near Allied Drive, injuring at least one biker. Police said they were able to match the DNA to someone living in the area. The man later reached a plea deal with prosecutors, pleading guilty to 2 felony counts of second-degree recklessly endangering safety. He has a sentencing hearing scheduled for January. In May, a cross-country and track coach at Janesville Craig High School was arrested after a recording device was found inside the girls' locker room.
Not knowing if it was isolated to a certain few students or if my daughter could have possibly been in any of these videos changing in the locker room, it's just a privacy thing. It's very uncomfortable.
The investigation into Brian Kitzman went on for months, ultimately ending with Kitzman facing a total of 19 charges. He pleaded guilty to all 19 counts last week. His sentencing is scheduled for May. In early September, a UW-Madison student was brutally assaulted in downtown Madison. Responding officers called it one of the most horrifying things they had ever seen. The suspect, Brandon Thompson, was arrested a few days later, telling police he went into a rage that night and that the victim, quote, came across a monster.
Her life is forever changed. Her family's life is forever changed.
Thompson's next court appearance is scheduled for February before a possible trial. And on Labor Day, a pier collapse at Memorial Union sent dozens of people into the water.
Nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew what was happening at first either. Like, nobody expected something like that to occur.
A video of the collapse posted on Channel 3000's TikTok account has been viewed nearly 20,000 times. Officials estimated between 60 and 80 people were on the pier at the time of the collapse, and more than 20 people were hurt. Luckily, nobody was seriously injured. We also launched a new mobile app this year. You can download it for free in your app store to make sure you don't miss any of the top stories of 2024. For News 3 Now and Channel3000.com, I'm James Langer.
Those were just some of this year's top stories. Later today and tomorrow, we'll take a closer look at the 2 stories that you looked at the most online. I'm always just amazed at how much happened in the year. Like, some of those stories, I'm like, God, boy, that was 2023. I thought it was last year.
Some really big stories.
Big
really
time.
Big stories. The pier collapse, the video of that's one that will go down with 2023 for sure. Hey, listen to this. In Cottage Grove, the Wisconsin Lottery says someone bought a winning lottery ticket. They did it at the Quick Trip on Landmark Drive. It was a Badger 5 worth $73,000. The odds of winning that jackpot are 1 in about 170,000. Meanwhile, some folks in the village of Mount Pleasant in Racine County won $50,000 from a Quick Trip ticket. They purchased the Powerball ticket on Christmas Day.
Well, while some locals are winning big, there's still no winner for the Powerball jackpot. That could change tonight. The value now is at $685 million. Today's drawing will be at 9:59 our time. A ticket costs just $2. The one-time lump sum cash payment for the jackpot is $344.7 million. So a nice little chunk of change there.
Not too bad at all. Did you get any lottery tickets from friends or family this year?
So I didn't this year, but we have done that in the past. Sometimes we'll do like the white elephant giveaway. So like however much money you need to spend, that's how many lottery tickets you get. And I always think, you know, what if one's a big one? Do you have to give the person that, you know, gifted you?
You got to give them a little something, right? You got to give them a nice little cut.
I think it'd be tough for me to give away those lottery tickets. I would just want to keep them for myself.
Yeah,
But
it could make for some awkward family get-togethers down there.
It really could. Maybe no more Christmases together. We'll see. Well, 6:38 right now. Straight ahead for us on this Wednesday, our December ender. We're taking a look back at the month that was in the 608 ahead of our year in reviews this week.
And we are expecting some...
Are you looking for a pre-owned vehicle that doesn't break the bank? Come visit Stark on the Beltline. We've got Hondas, Subarus, Toyotas, and trucks, and local financing options to help you get the best rates you deserve. Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Are you tired of living with that awful joint pain in your knees, hips, back, and shoulder? Ready to get your life back? Call QC Kinetics now, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. These non-invasive treatments harness your body's own healing power to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. No drugs, no downtime, no surgery. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. Learn how all-natural advanced regenerative medicine can bring you lasting relief. QC Kinetics.
We have a variety of quality pre-owned vehicles, including Hondas, Toyotas, Subarus, as well as many other popular brands, right here at Stark on Highway 19, located at 502 West Main Street here in Marshall, Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
Have a great night and do something good. I started saying it because I was just so tired of all the bad news in the world. People are out there doing great things. I've experienced it, and believe me, it can change your day. Tell us about the good you see. Go to Channel 3000 or post it using the hashtag #DoSomethingGood. I'll share your stories on News 3 Now. Our community is full of wonderful, giving people. Let's celebrate them together. Let's do something good.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
6:42 right now. We're taking some time this week to take a look back at the year that was in the 608, from inspirational stories to some of the most memorable moments on News 3 Now this morning. But before we get to our year enders this week, we're taking some time to look back at December in the 608. I kind of like these ones. They feel good. The gift giving, that's what always gets so difficult, because having to think so much about other people, right? And making sure that you're giving them what they want, right?
Right.
This is a great way for you to get out and support your local establishments right here in the Madison area and also Rock County.
It does get you out of your comfort zone. We'll explore new places and sometimes find some new favorite places, which is fun.
This book was an idea that came out of our 50-year anniversary last year to kind of be a physical manifestation of everything that makes the market great, like the vendors, the food, and sharing that food with your community.
We have our little free library that's up for the whole month of December and into January, so anyone can give a book, take a book, just right here on the top of State Street.
Reading is such a fundamental part of education and learning, and we believe that books in kids' hands are the best way to get that done.
to you and great pyramids.
I know, these look so good. Take a look at this one right here. They've got the Wisconsin shape on there for the buttons, guys. I mean, you talk about how these are all so creative and just so unique in their own. Look at this. It's hanging on a hook right there on the ceiling. That's where the chandelier typically is here in the dining room. Mr. Christmas, I think, found the Christmas house of the year because there are no Grinches here at this home in Janesville. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You guys have been waiting for me to sing all morning. We're adding that in here as we're hanging out at Buck and Honey's in Sun Prairie, which has got Whoville for the holidays. So we got a few more folks all the way down the side.
I was just inspired to do like Dr. Seuss style art.
Presents kind of streaming down here that the Grinch is stealing as well.
My favorite part is that I stole materials from my husband. He's a constructor, so I stole some foam.
You can come check out this Whoville here all the way through New Year's and give your vote. Well, a number of those stories we covered are still active right now this month. That includes the Donate and Save at Ula Eyewear and the MRP Book Drive, which MRP, they reached their goal. They're over $100,000. Yeah, you can also check out Whoville and Remits through the end of the year. I love this time of the year because there's so much going on, but there's also so much good, you know, as far as like the book drive or other community giving. You know, we talk about the season of giving. People are just so inclined to give back here in this community. It's so wonderful.
They really stepped up this year.
Big time.
They really did. And great job covering it.
Thank you. Yeah, year enders the next 2 days. We'll take a look back at all of 2023.
Sounds good. All right, hey, Josh is always looking for inspirational stories to share with everyone. If you have an idea for him, he'd love to hear from you. You can find him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured. 6:45 now. Let's get to Kelly Slifka with your first warn weather forecast. Tracking some sun, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, probably can just barely start to see the sun coming up on the horizon. It's not going to be completely sunny, but at least we got rid of the low clouds. We'll just have some mid and high level clouds out there. And the above average temperatures are going to continue. So far, when you average the high and low throughout the month, 35.5 degrees. That is 9.6 degrees above our average, and we're going to continue to be above average for the rest of the month. So above average temperatures will continue, and that will actually continue into 2024 as we start January. But we do have some snow in our forecast. We haven't had much of that either. Looking at that'll be developing later tonight, going into tomorrow, and that will mix with some rain. So that'll keep the amounts down. It'll be that slushy snow. We'll be turning a little bit cooler next week, but still running above average. So most of today, this evening, should be dry. No problems traveling if you have any plans traveling across most of the state. It won't be until after midnight tonight. We'll see that snow wrapping on in. This is all due to this large area of low pressure that's just been slowly moving across the country, mainly to our south. But we'll get a taste of that as that moves on in. As mentioned, we are starting to see some of the sun come up now as these clouds have been breaking up a little bit this morning. Expect a high of 41 today. 29 is the average. Sun comes up at 7:28. The sunset now almost at 4:30. Might be a beautiful sunrise. Maybe get a photo like this. Reedsburg saw a beautiful sunset. This must have been from last week because it's been a week since we've seen any of the sun, but we'd like to see your pictures as well. Whether it's a sunrise, sunset, some holiday photos, just go to channel3000.com. You can easily submit that. So here's that storm system just kind of sitting right over the nation's midsection. That's what's going to be moving through and bringing us that chance of snow later tonight going into tomorrow. That will finally move up to the north, and we'll get in on some drier weather. It looks like going into the upcoming weekend and still above average temperatures. Temperatures today, though, heading into the lower 40s today with some sun mixed in with some clouds. This evening, the clouds will thicken up. But if you have anything going on this evening, no problems. It won't be until after midnight. We'll see this move in from the north and east, some snow. Waking up tomorrow morning, there might be some minor accumulation. It'll be kind of sloppy and slushy. And then as temperatures climb, that'll mix with some rain as we get into the upper 30s tomorrow afternoon. As far as snowfall accumulation, this will be mainly on the grassy surfaces, but even some of the roads might get a little bit sloppy, especially tomorrow morning. An inch to maybe 2 inches expected. 31 right now in Madison, 30 in Janesville, 32 in the Dalles, 27. A little bit more clearing over there in Watertown, 29 in Sun Prairie and Cottage Grove, 30 currently in Verona and Perry. So we are looking at that rain-snow mixture tomorrow. That's really our only big system, if you will, headed our way, and it's only a minor system, if you will. But looking at temperatures to remain above average going into the weekend. Generally quiet this weekend, just a few flurries here and there. Temperatures backing down into the lower 30s by New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
All right, Kelly, thank you. 6:48 this morning, coming up in the morning sprint, a real-life home alone situation. Which airline is under scrutiny for the mishap?
We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
The After Christmas 36-hour sale is this Tuesday through Thursday at Ashley. Save up to 83% off on doorbusters and special buys, all with special interest financing for 5 years. Don't miss this massive savings event, only at Ashley.
Join the digital sales team at Phase 3 Digital and step into something big. We're not just hiring, we're building careers. If you're passionate about the digital world, apply today at channel3000.com and be part of something big. Hurry in, America. It's time to visit your Ford dealer for the final days of the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology and flexibility for any season. It's your last chance to get special offers on our great selection of Ford vehicles. Only during the final days of the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford F-150 and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $2,500 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Garage doors always seem to break at the worst time. That's why here at Precision, we're never going to charge you extra for nights and weekends.
We always offer same-day repairs or next-day new doors. That's the Precision promise.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Dad, you okay?
It's our phone bill. We pay for things that we don't need. Loaded bundles, the reckless spending. No more.
That's a bit dramatic. A better plan is Verizon. Starts at $25 a line.
Did you say $25 a line?
And save big on things we love, like Netflix and Max.
Oh, that's awesome.
Spaghetti night. Dinner in 30.
Oh, happy day.
A better plan to save is Verizon. It starts at $25 per line, guaranteed for 3 years. And get both Netflix and Max for just $10 per month, only on Verizon.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis takes you off course, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When I wanted to see results fast, Rinvoq delivered rapid symptom relief and helped leave bathroom urgency behind. Check.
When UC tried to slow me down, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC caused damage, Rinvoq came through by visibly repairing my colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission.
And a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
The After Christmas 36-hour sale is this Tuesday through Thursday at Ashley. Save up to 83% off on doorbusters and special buys, all with special interest financing for 5 years. Don't miss this massive savings event, only at Ashley.
Call for action, only on News 3 Now.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
Right now, Madison police are investigating a possible hate crime downtown. MPD says one or more people broke into Dubai Mediterranean restaurant and bar sometime around 1:30 in the morning yesterday. Police say they left substantial damage, including Islamophobic graffiti. Anyone with information about this incident should contact Crime Stoppers or Madison Police.
In Janesville, we're waiting on an update from police about a possible bomb threat last night. It happened at the Blaines Farm and Fleet. Police say they've taken someone into custody in connection to the threat. Dane County Bomb Squad techs have determined the public isn't in any danger.
The city of Fitchburg and the police department will meet 4 times next month about a new facility. It'll be on the northeast corner of Lacey Road and Research Park Drive. The public informational meetings on the design will be on the 2nd and 3rd from 6 to 8, the 4th from 7 to 9, and the 6th from 1 to 3. You can find the locations for those meetings at this story on channel3000.com.
The FBI is investigating threats to 4 Colorado Supreme Court justices. The agency is looking into a series of threatening messages on social media. It comes a week after the court decided to remove Donald Trump from the state's primary ballot. There's no specific threat against the judges, but authorities are concerned a lone actor or group could commit violence in response to the ruling.
Today, U.S. officials will head to Mexico City to meet with the Mexican president. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas will discuss the ongoing crisis at the border with the president. This as the U.S. says the situation is at a breaking point with more than 10,000 migrants illegally entering through the border daily.
Israel says it's expanding its war to central Gaza. The military is now conducting operations in densely populated urban refugee camps there. Yesterday, President Biden spoke with a Qatari official about efforts for a permanent ceasefire and freeing the remaining hostages. As of Tuesday, telephone and internet services in Gaza are fully down.
To the war in Ukraine now, Russian and Ukrainian officials say a Russian warship is destroyed after a Ukrainian strike. It is the third instance of major losses of Russian military hardware in less than a week. Ukrainian officials are praising the military for the attack. In his remarks, President Volodymyr Zelensky said there will be no peaceful place for the occupiers in Ukraine.
In California, the woman accused of attacking actor Charlie Sheen is being held on a $75,000 bond. 47-year-old Electra Schrock pleaded not guilty to 1 felony count of assault. She's a neighbor of Sheen's. Police say that she broke into his home on December 20th and assaulted him. She'll be back in court January 8th.
Spirit Airlines is apologizing this morning after an unaccompanied 6-year-old was put on the wrong flight. The child was supposed to fly from Philly to Fort Myers on December 21st. Instead, Spirit said the child incorrectly boarded a plane to Orlando. He eventually ended up back with his family. Spirit says it takes the safety and responsibility of transporting all guests seriously. The airline says it is conducting an internal investigation.
Apple wants a federal court to overturn a ruling prohibiting the sale of some of its watches. Apple Watch Series 9 and Ultra 2, along with other newer models, are no longer for sale. They violate patents registered to another company. Apple's requesting to sell the models until U.S. Customs considers a redesign in January. The company says it could suffer irreparable harm if the ban's kept in place till then.
The city of Madison has 2 dates for tree collection. The first round is on January 2nd at 6:30 in the morning. The second is on January 16th, also at 6:30. Guidelines include placing trees on the terrace or right-of-way area, removing and discarding tree bags, and the removal of all decorations. You can also head to a drop-off site, which can be found at the City of Madison's website.
New photos from NASA's Hubble Space Telescope show some mysterious shadows on Saturn's rings. It's the latest sighting of the so-called spokes that continue to baffle scientists. Astronomers have known about the spokes on Saturn's rings for a while. They say the spokes can vary depending on Saturn's seasonal cycle. Each season on Saturn lasts about 7 years.
Wow.
All right, coming up on 7 o'clock, temperatures this morning in the lower 30s will continue to climb, going into the upper 30s at the noon hour. Should be tapping out in low 40s later today, so really still not too bad. Still running above our average, maybe not the 50s we've had last several days. We are looking at some snow to develop later tonight. That will mix with some rain, so you may wake up to some snow, but that eventually will mix with some rain going into tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures today, though, in the lower 40s with some sunshine finally. We'll have that mix of rain and snow tomorrow before clearing up Friday and the weekend.
All right, thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful day.